What's good, y'all? It's your boy D-Lou back at it again with another video. Sorry I've been away, just been handling some stuff for finals and then just working on some interpersonal stuff with life. But we back here now and that's all that matters, and I'm glad to be back. So I wanted to talk about this topic because it's kind of been on my mind for a while, and just seeing videos circulating throughout the internet like I always do. I like through doing research and just to see what's going on. And I came across some videos where some people were talking about, apparently an article came out talking about, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? So I wanted to give my thoughts and just see what all the hubbub was about. Look at some TikToks and just see and give my thoughts and my honest reactions. And then we can compare it to you guys' thoughts and reactions and see what's going on. And just provide my honest thoughts, because I'm just like, now in 2025, about to go into 2026, it's just crazy that we're literally writing articles like, oh, like, you know, it's having a boyfriend or embarrassing, and just like the state of the world that it's in right now, when relationships are honestly a beautiful thing, or it should be a beautiful thing. But let's save that for the discussion. But you already know the deal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with a friend so that we may continue to grow into the people that God wants us to be each and every day. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get it. Okay. The question that's been going around the community and been going around on social media is having a boyfriend embarrassing now. So we're just going to read through this topic one by one, and we're going to see what's going on and dissect it and just analyze it together and see what this is about, and just why there's someone out there who wrote like, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now, and just understand their thought processes. So without further ado, let's take a look, shall we? Is having a boyfriend embarrassing now by Shantae Joseph, written October 29, 2025. Okay, cool. If someone so much as says my boyfriend on social media, they're muted. There's nothing I hate more than following someone for fun, only for their content to become my boyfriend defied suddenly. This is probably because for so long it felt like we were living in what one of my favorite substackers called Boyfriend Land. Boyfriend Land, a world where women's online identity centered around the lives of their partners, a situation rarely seen reversed. Women were rewarded for their ability to find and keep a man, with elevated social status and praise. It became even more suffocating when this could be leveraged on social media for engagement and, if you were serious enough, financial gain. So how I want to go about this, you guys, is I want to read the entire article so we can get a clear understanding of what's going on, and then we'll go back to it and then deep dive and break it down. So here we go. However, more recently, there's been a pronounced shift in the way people showcase their relationships online. Far from fully hard-launching romantic partners, straight women are opting for subtler signs: a hand on a steering wheel, clinking glasses at dinner, or the back of someone's head. On the more confusing end, you have faces blurred out of wedding pictures or entire professionally edited videos with the fiance conveniently cropped out of all shots. Women are obscuring their partners' faces when they post, as if they want to erase the fact that they exist without actually not posting them. So what gives? Are people embarrassed by their boyfriends now, or is there something more complicated going on? To me, it feels like the result of women wanting to straddle two worlds. One where they can receive the social benefits of having their partner, but also not appear so boyfriend obsessed so that they come across as quite culturally loser-ish. They want the prize and celebration of partnership, but understand the normanness of it, says Zoe Zamzuzi, sorry, you can't read, writer and activist. In other words, in the area of widespread heterofatalism, women don't want to be seen as being all about their man, but they also want the clout that comes with being partnered. But it's not all about image. When I did a call out on Instagram, plenty of women told me that they were in fact superstitious. Some feared the evil eye and believed that their happy relationships would spark a jealousy so strong in other people that it could end their relationship. Others were concerned about their relationship ending and then being stuck with the post. I was in a relationship for 12 years and never once posted him or talked about him online. We broke up recently. I don't think I will ever post a man says Nikki 38. Even though I am romantic, I still feel like men will embarrass you even 12 years in, so claiming them feels so lame. But there was an overwhelming sense from single and partner women alike that regardless of the relationship, being with a man was an almost guilty thing to do. On the Delusional Diaries podcast, fronted by two New York-based influencers, Haley and Jazz, they discussed whether having a boyfriend is lame now. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? Read a top comment. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back, and it won't come back in until they start acting right. Read another with thousands of likes. In essence, having a boyfriend typically takes a hit on a woman's aura, as one commenter claimed. Funnily enough, both of these hosts have partners, which is something I often see online. Even partnered women will lament men and heterosexuality, partly in solidarity with other women, but also because it is now fundamentally uncool to be a boyfriend girl. It's not just in these women's imaginations. Audiences are icked out by seeing too much boyfriend content. Myself included, it seems indicated that by my liberal use of the mute button. When author and British Vogue contributor Stephanie Yabora Hart launched her boyfriend on social media, she lost hundreds of followers. Even if we were still together, I wouldn't post them there. There is something cringy and embarrassing about constantly posting your partner these days, she tells me, adding that there is a part of me that would feel guilty for sharing my partner constantly, especially when the dating landscape is really bad at the moment. I wouldn't want to be boastful. Sophie Milner, a content creator, also experienced people unfollowing her when she shared a romantic relationship. This summer, a boy took me to Sicily. I posted about it on my subscriber section and people replied saying things like, "Please don't get a boyfriend." She admits that her content perhaps became less exciting when she is in a relationship. Being single gives you the ultimate freedom to say and do what you want. It is absolutely not every woman, but I do notice that we can become more beige and watered down online when in a relationship, myself included. From my conversations, one thing is certain: the script is shifting. Being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore. It is no longer considered an achievement, and if anything, it's become more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. As straight women, we're confronting something that every other sexuality has had to contend with. The politicization of our identity. Heterosexuality has long been purposeful and definable, so it's harder for those within it and outside of it to critique it. However, as our traditional rules begin to crumble, maybe we're being forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Obviously, there's no shame in falling in love, but there's also no shame in trying and failing to find it, or not trying at all. As long as we're openly rethinking, criticizing heteronormativity, having a boyfriend will remain a somewhat fragile or even conscientious concept within public life. This is also happening alongside a wave of women reclaiming and romanticizing their single life. Where being single was once a cautionary tale, you'll end up a spinster and loads of cats, it is now becoming a desirable and coveted status. Another nail in the coffin of the centuries-old heterosexual fairy tale that never really benefited women to begin with. Interesting. Alright, y'all, so that was the end of the article. So I do want to give credit where credit is due. Credit to the woman who wrote the article, Shantae Joseph. Thank you for providing that. And let's talk about it. I think that there were a bunch of valid points that were brought up within the article because, and let's start from the beginning. So saying saying ultimately oh, my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that, I think that can be kind of attributed to the puppy love stages of a relationship. So when someone gets together with their partner, when they first get together, obviously they're gonna want to do soft launches and oh, my man, or if we're even dudes, I want to correlate dudes into this conversation. Oh, my woman, and showcase that. But also sometimes people, they do want to be you know, sketchy and like, you know, careful about posting their romantic life on the internet and social life, because people can be shysty, you know? People can be shysty, they can be devious, and they can prey on your downfall for real. So that's why sometimes you don't see a lot of like, so I'm incorporating, you know, content creators and even incorporating like celebrities and like, you know, influencers, but also just regular everyday people who don't post their partners because it's just like they don't want their partners to be involved in the drama that comes with the internet and that comes with social media, because drama is on social media, so might as well keep your love life out of it. And that's just a rule of thumb for anyone who's an influencer and just content creators. So that's my first thing that I want to address when seeing this. But also just cropping people out, honestly, that just, at least from now, I get where it's just like, you know, like, like why crop people out? Like, shouldn't you want to show off your partner? Yes, I do understand that. But also going back to my first point, saying that just protecting your partner and just like, you know, prying eyes, and you don't know who is out there just preying on your downfall, you know, just protecting them and keeping them out of drama, also keeping yourself and your relationship out of drama. Don't get me wrong, like every once in a while it's good to like showcase you and your partner, but like not everyone needs to know your business and for you to put it out on the internet, you know? And I guess that comes with the stigma where it's just like, you know, for influencers, they want to be relatable, they want to, you know, they're down to earth, like we understand them. But also too, influencers and celebrities, we're normal human beings just like you guys. Like we laugh, we love, we have our things that we want to keep secret and keep dear. So it might be best to sometimes just keep it off of socials and keep it off the platform, you know? Just to protect their peace and protect their sanity. But also too, we're definitely entering the age where like, you know, women are starting to decenter men and everything, and just the whole relationships things and all that jazz. So, and I'm glad that we're just like, you know, some women, they're just like, oh, like, you know, like a relationship shouldn't be the end all be all of like of what encompasses their character, you know? And I say that because it's like, you know, for men and women, you shouldn't let a relationship define who you really are. And that should be like the number one de facto factor of like, you know, what makes you, because you're chock full of interesting stuff. You shouldn't lead like with the whole thing, be like, oh, I have a man, like, you know, I have a partner and I have a boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. Like, good, that's a good thing, but it's just like, no, like, love to hear like more about you. Like, tell me about yourself. Like, where have you been in the world? Like, have you traveled any? Like, what makes you happy? You know, any hobbies, any other interesting things, you know? Not always having to just be like, you know, my partner, like, is the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to you, because you as individuals, we have it, like, we're all complex people, and we're multifaceted, and then there's a bunch of things that come up within us. So don't let like your partner be the center of like your relationship, but they're a part of it, and a big part at that. But don't let it be your end all be all de facto factor for that, you know? And ultimately, yes, there is like, you know, I guess the loneliness and singleness epidemic that's going on, but then especially like millennials and Gen Z, where they're just kind of seeing like, you know, there's like, oh, there's really no benefit in the point of dating, because it's just like some people are just like, oh, like there's piss or there's fecal matter in the dating pool and the dating water, whether it's just like, you know, the dating apps, or whether it's just people approaching each other and people don't wanting to approach, whether it's men not wanting to approach, or whether women, you know, they're just like, why are dudes not approaching? And even so far, some women, they're going up to take their shot, you know? So I think it's kind of resulting from that whole like, you know, just a amalgamation of things where some people, they're just like, a relationship, not right now, but if it happens, it happens, but it's not like my centered thing. And having a boyfriend, kind of just tying this all together, it's not embarrassing. I think a fitting term is just like, you know, it is good to have a partner, but like you shouldn't let it be what defines you and what makes you who you are. You know what I mean? Like having a partner and having a boyfriend, having a girlfriend, whatever, you know, like it shouldn't be like, oh, well, I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, this is my personality, you know, like your partner, you know, like, no, like you were someone before you met this partner, right? So you're going to continue to be someone while you're with your partner, and you're going to be someone, you know, like that while you guys are dating and afterwards, you know? So let that be continuing thing. Like, sure, broadcast like your love and everything, but I do agree to where it's just like every post shouldn't be like, you know, my partner this, my partner that, you know, this, that, and the third. No, like, post things that showcase your personality and what you want to post. If you want to showcase your person 24/7, but then again too, if you want to showcase your person 24/7, by all means go for it. Like, no one's gonna stop you. But I do understand where she's coming, where the writer is coming from with the whole like, oh, like, you know, with influencers especially, where it's just like, you know, my partner this, my partner that, and that's all that they post about. I can see that can draw some people away, because it's just like, okay, like, come on, like, you know, what other content are you guys doing? Like, as content creators and as influencers, you got to be innovative, always improving your content, your work, and trying new things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and then expanding on that. And it shouldn't be like a repetitive thing, like how I'm learning with this whole YouTube thing. There are some things where it's just like, hey, let's try this, let's try that, or maybe not try this, or like maybe we could change that and keep growing. But also, like, don't stay stagnant with the whole content creation thing. But tying this all up, do I think having a boyfriend is boring or lame? No, it's really not. Just the same as having a girlfriend isn't boring or lame. I think it can be, you know, a bit, not weird, but just redundant / repetitive if you keep posting like, you know, my partner this, my partner that, and like you don't let any other your personality show in the way that you, like, you know, talk, or like you represent yourself on social media platforms, or how we show up in conversations, friendships, whatever you name it. And it shouldn't just always revolve around your partner. Am I saying that your partner should never show up? No, I think that they should show up because that's the person you're deciding to do life with. But it shouldn't be like 100% of the time, you know, talking about your partner over and over and over and over again. Now, am I saying don't show any love or affection and post your partner up there? Like, no, you can do whatever you want, and know that some people, they may choose to keep their partner out of it and not on socials just to avoid the drama, you know, just to avoid like prowling eyes, and just keeping the social media and the media out of it, just to protect their peace and their sanctity. And that's something I'm learning myself too. So I don't think having a boyfriend is important, but I see why she wrote this article. But it's not, having a boyfriend is lame. It's more just like, hey, when you have your boyfriend, like, still be you, you know, be you, and like show your personality within it, and don't like let that like kind of encompass your whole personality and character. But that's ultimately what I wanted to go through and talk to you guys about. Maybe we could do another follow-up, like, do you guys think that having a boyfriend or a girlfriend is lame? In you guys' opinion, I'd love to know you guys' thoughts. Drop it in the comments below. And while you guys are down there, please, for me, as my boy NC Hammer says, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with a friend, so that we may continue to grow into the people that God has called us to be each and every day. Remember to keep chasing your goals and your dreams. You're doing good. You're doing hard work. Let's finish off December strong. Remember, Jesus loves you, God loves you, and I love you. It's your boy, D. Luth, signing out. Take care. Peace.